Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Monkey Island. Well, we're still in Chapter 4. The good news is that after all of my off-camera issues with getting through the jungle maze, I am now satisfied that the game is not going to randomly crash on us. However, in my haste to get here and prove that last time, I completely forgot to pick up one item we're going to need to move forward. So we're going to run back to the dock. And run once more to Desenja's lab.
It's locked.
Well, bit old hat at this point, or old claw, but there we go.
Oh no. This is where the Marquis keeps all the severed limbs of the pirates he's operated on. Hey, you never know when a sack of severed legs is gonna come in handy. Or footy, as the case may be. Sorry.
Alright, so I now have...
It's a sack full of severed legs. Ugh.
But while we're here... Well, actually, there's one thing we have to do, because it's something else I forgot to do earlier when I was running around looking at everything. So even though it would have in theory saved this time, I'm going to do what they intended and tackle these items in order, even though there's a lot you can do to avoid overlapping, because, you know, what the heck, right? So, we've gotten Stan's jacket for a tablecloth or napkin for this grand meal. We now need to go get some type of rancid meat course. Alright, so we're here. Looks like heading north will get us to the altar.
I bet that's the sacrificial altar of the jungle beast that Hemlock was rambling about. Alas, poor Hemlock. I knew it, this limb, a leg of infinite toe jam, of most excellent thigh cheese. It hath borne its owner's creaking frame 1,000 times, and now how clammy and gross within my grasp it wriggles. Oh well. Soup's on. Uh-oh.
And... leg is gone.
Whew, that altar reeks. Smells worse than the sofa bed after Elaine's mom has dropped by for a visit.
Ah, more mother-in-law humor. Anyway, we might remember from Desenja's lab that it was noted that the fireflies really like sugar water, so...
Jungle fireflies, nature's little spotlights.
So with that done...
The fireflies are attracted to the sugar water on the leg. Fascinating. And just a little nauseating. I don't know about mythical jungle beasts, but I always prefer my ritual sacrifices to be slathered in sugar water.
Alright, so... Slap down
I don't know about mythical jungle beasts, but I always prefer my ritual sacrifices to be slathered in sugar water.
Yeah, we just said that. Anyway, fireflies are moving around it. We'll run off to the right, run off to the left. And we have a trail of fireflies.
At last, I've lost that she-devil.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Serves him right, though. Still, I'd better finish feeding the sponge before Elaine hurts someone I actually care about.
And looks like there is a firefly illuminated hidden trail.
The mighty pirate hunter tracks his prey via his distinctive firefly-attracting spoor. That's the legendary jungle beast of Flotsam Island? That poor little flesh-eating stink bomb looks like he's in a world of pain. What the... It's empty!
Okay. Well, maybe this...
Here, boy! Ooh, that looks uncomfortable. But at least he's not snapping at me anymore. Don't worry, you freakish little abomination. Dr. Guybrush will make it all better. Gotcha! Phew! That is by far the foulest thing I've ever smelled in all my years of pirating. And that's coming from a guy who's just spent a few days inside a giant manatee.
Alright, so we now have a lion's paw.
That lion's paw stinks worse than my mother-in-law's neck folds.
Again with the mother-in-law jokes. Alright, well, next step, we will need to head back to Club 41. Because of one change that I don't think came up until now, but...
Are you pirate enough to take the Fugu Jalokia challenge? Fugu Jalokia. Seems pretty harmless. Hey, WP. Morgan Le Fay's been murdered by the Marquis de Singe!
Oh my, that is troubling. She was well on her way to becoming one of me best customers.
Weren't you gonna do something?
Oh, I'm sorry, lad, but I preside over a pirate court, meting out justice exclusively for pirate-on-pirate crimes. This sounds like a case of mad scientist on privateer violence. Totally out of my jurisdiction, you see. I think there may be a court in the lower mandibles that handles such affairs, along with ninja and clown crimes, but they only convene every second Thursday.
Alright, I'm gonna have to deal out justice on my own, as usual.
Tell me about this Fugu Jalokia challenge.
Ah, a connoisseur of peculiar culinary delights, are we?
Yes?
Then you surely have heard of the Fugu Jalokia, the hottest pepper in this world or the next.
Oh, that Fugu Jalokia.
I acquired that specimen of the Fugu pepper many years ago from a three-legged bandit named Ort, winning it from him when I was able to place me tongue on the pepper for 10 entire seconds.
How eccentric.
Since that tongue-destroying day, I vowed to pass on the pepper to the first pirate who can successfully put his tongue on the Fugu Jalokia for 11 seconds.
Well,
Guess they decided to put the rug inside after it was cleaned. Whoa.
static charge carpet.
Yow! Ooh. Ooh. Tingly. Ouch!
Alright, well there's a good shock. Alright, first button completely and totally neutralizes our tongue.
What's it? My thumb!
And clicking on anything other than exits will neutralize the effect. And this is a completely and totally different view. Alright, now here's where they throw in a little trick, because if you just try and grab the pepper, Guybrush will try and do it with his hand, and it turns out that the pepper is hot to the touch and hot to the taste. So we're going to use our hook.
Well, bust my balustrades! Well done, Captain Threepwood! You've conquered the Fugu Jalokia and have won the right to keep it as your own.
I love a clean living and a healthy I probably got permanent glossal damage, but it was totally worth it to get my hook on that pepper.
Alright, so there's the third thing we need, the palate cleanser. The fourth thing we need was something that appeals to the sixth sense.
Ouch!
And we're going to go back to the jungle for this part. Hey, remember how our map got all twisted up when we folded it the wrong way?
I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
Whoop. Alright, so first I think we have to loop around to that red dot over there. Okay, so from here we go east to the purple. Looks like we go north from here. It takes us to some mystery point.
That's weird. Trail didn't go anywhere.
Okay, so we actually need to go south to the green and then north from there to the red.
I wonder who put this idol under glass. And why?
And I think we know who. The why is a bit nebulous, but
I wonder who put this idol under glass. And why?
and that opens up a new path, I think.
That's weird. Trail didn't go anywhere. It's the mysterious chest of foreshadowing from the Voodoo Lady's shack. Who knows what sort of useful voodoo bric-a-brac lurk in its locked timbers? Even more importantly, how am I going to unlock it to find out?
Well, gee, what have we used so far every time we need to pick a lock?
Let's see, what do I have now that I didn't have the last time I tried to open this chest? Ow! Stupid hook! Oh, it can't be that easy. The Voodoo Lady's tarot cards? That's it? I bent the fabric of reality for a stupid fortune teller's trick? Okay, that's a pretty good trick.
All right. Well, I think that gives us everything except for the last piece. do this properly... I think we'll need to be in here to get started. So, we'll start off with the sponge and the jacket shreds.
You know, when I dreamed of becoming a mighty pirate, I never imagined that one day I'd be tying eye-popping napkins around the non-existent necks of mystical sponges. It's all dressed up and ready to eat.
Alright, so we'll combine it with that and the lion's paw.
Come on, little sponge. Eat the nice smelly antipasta. That's a good sponge. I'd pull the bone out of there, but I might lose my other hand.
Alright, so we'll use that. The pepper.
It's a good thing the sponge doesn't have a tongue, or I'd be dunking it in the ocean right about now. Hot, stinky, and bad for the eyes is no way to go through life, sponge.
Mix that with the tarot cards.
Hopefully these flakes of the future will give La Esponja a sixth sense that'll help keep me from getting into situations like this. I wonder if La Esponja Grande can sense the future now. And how would it tell anyone if it did?
Alright.
Guess they decided to put the rug inside after it was cleaned. Guess they decided to put the rug inside after it was cleaned. Stop doing that! Yow! Whoa! Whoa. Tingly. Well, hey, what's this? Ah, so that was the shocking dessert.
Alright, now we just need to find a gigantic belch.
Ouch! Alright, Senor Esponja Not So Grande. That's 5 senses down and 1 to go. Now, where can I find a really big sound for an after-dinner belch? Well, there's only one thing on Flotsam Island that can make a noise like that.
Elaine's mother.
Eluette, I will live forever. Eluette, immortalité. Who will live forever, moi? Who will conquer nature, moi? Eluette, I will live forever. Eluette, immortalité.
Face me like a man, you snuff-sniffing land licker!
You heard the lady, Desinge.
Guybrush, get out of here and find your own treasure! This one's mine!
Ah, the happy Threepwood pirate clan. Whatever shall I do now? Oh, I know.
Oh, clam dip.
I can't believe I ever married a dullard like you.
You know, once I cure you of the pox that's making you say all these mean things, you're gonna owe me a lot of smoochies.
I wouldn't smooch you with his lips, cabin boy.
I hate to break up this portrait of domestic bliss, but I've got some last-minute adjustments to make to my machinery before preparing the charming Madame Threepwood for her journey into scientific history.
Don't worry, Buttercup. Once I get La Esponja Grande into that noisy doohickey, our troubles will be over.
Yes, well, please try to keep it down, no?
At least I hope so.
Alright.
What's this? An airborne porifera?
Hey, give that back!
And risk tainting my moment of triumph with your tedious voodoo falderal? I don't think so.
Moment of triumph?
Oui, using my harpsichronoton, I have discovered the unique harmonic frequency that allows me to pulverize matter into a fine powder and spread it across the seas. Observe!
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate. It's me! First of all, thanks. That thing was really starting to scrape my scabbard. Second, you're crazy if you think you're gonna get me in there. Okay, crazier.
You? I don't want you. It's your wife's molecules I need to smear across the seas.
I'd like to see you try, you wuss.
Why her?
Because of her pox, you dolt! She's got the same unique strain of the pox that you once had. The same one that was flowing through your amazing hand. The same one that I've distilled into my amazing jus de vie.
Lefty!
Unfortunately, a single hand can only provide enough of this sweetwood strain to produce a few meager drams of my jus de vie. Even if I were to drain your beloved to the bone, I would only gain a few piddling firkins of the juice.
I'll give you some piddling firkins.
No, if I want a perpetual strain of the jus de vie, every pirate in the world must be exposed to the Sweetwood strain. Now, Madame Sweetwood, if you'll hold still for a moment, I'll try to make this as painless as possible.
How nice. But I won't.
Oh! Oh! Behold the power of the jus de vie!
Okay. Not much I can do from here.
The Singe is gonna use that contraption to pulverize my sweet patootie. Oh, what the heck. Sweet.
Ah, shiny.
Hey, da monkey!
What?
You look like you've got your hands, hand full. Why don't you let me hold on to that sponge for a minute?
What sort of idiot do you take me for, Sweetwood?
Is that a trick question? Once you're done pulverizing my wife, any chance I could get my hands on some of that jus de vie? Nothing personal, honey. It's just that you look kind of done for, and invulnerability could come in really handy in my line of work.
I'll show you who's done for.
Ow!
Hey, Elaine!
What?
My hand is Desinge's only source of jus de vie. If you cut it off his turban, he'll be a lot easier to kill.
What do you think I've been trying to do, you balmy half-wit?
While you're flailing away at Desinge, do you think you could knock that sponge out of my severed hand?
The only place this sword is going is through this snuff sniffer's gizzard. Rawr!
Hang in there, sweetie.
Less talking, more eviscerating, sweetie.
Okay, Lane's not going to be much help. I don't think I can fast talk him into anything. I don't have a weapon to join this fight. But I do have an insanely hot pepper.
Hey, Voo!
What now? What in the world? Oh, shoot!
Desinge is gonna use that contraption to pulverize... Hey, Elaine!
What?
While you're flailing away at Desinge, do you think you could knock that sponge out of my severed hand?
The only place this sword is going is through...
My hand is Desinge's only source of jus de vie. If you cut it off his turban, he'll be a lot easier to kill.
What do you think I've been trying to do, you balmy half-wit?
Let's try it again.
My hand is Desinge...
What do you...
Hang in there, sweetie.
Less talking, more eviscerating, sweetie.
Hey, Desing Song!
What?
You'll never get past my wife's sword, you know. I once saw her hold off a horde of angry Rotarians with nothing more than a penknife and a feather duster.
Impressive. But unless they were invulnerable Rotarians fueled by my incredible jus de vie, there's really no comparison. Soon she will tire, and her pox will be mine to spread across the four corners of the earth.
I'll spread you to the four corners.
What now? My turban! No! Shoo! Shoo! Oh, get away from me, you nasty little pests! No!
What's the matter with him?
Without my hand to supply him with more jus de vie, all those wounds you've been inflicting are starting to catch up with him.
Get back here, you naughty little hand! Aha! I have you now, my pretty.
Nice one, Hand. Care to help me with these locks? Guess that was a little too much to ask. At least I've got the sponge back, though.
Alright. Now, for reals this time.
Looks like all I have to do now is plunk La Esponja Grande into the noisy Vacalian wind control device.
Looks like.
Well, that was a little anticlimactic. Whoa! Now that's an Esponja Grande! But how will I use it to cure... Oh, right, the wind! Hold on!
Guybrush?
Elaine, are you all right?
I think so. But how did I get here, and why does my mouth taste like coleslaw?
It's a long story. I'll tell you all about it once we figure out how to get out of these stupid clamshells.
Leave everything to me, my friends.
LeChuck, my new best pal. How'd you get out of jail?
Oh, the guard was more than happy to release me once I convinced him that it was the only way to win Elaine's hand in unholy matrimony.
Wait, unholy what?
Unholy this!
Guybrush!
Elaine?
Guybrush!
LeChuck! Ha! This name shouting is jolly good fun.
Is that you, Mother? I washed my hands.
I knew it all along. With or without all that voodoo, you're still nothing but an evil sack of scum.
Correction, my sweet. I'm an evil sack of scum who's about to plunder the grandest treasure in all creation. But I'd be willing to share my booty if you catch me drift.
What?
Oh, come now, my love. You can't deny what we've shared these past few weeks. The chummy camaraderie, the kind words, the stolen glances. I know you've developed feelings for me. Join me as my demon bride, and together we'll lay a bloody siege to the very heart of voodoo itself.
Go to hell, LeChuck.
Well, you can't say I didn't try. Looks like we'll be doing this with all that voodoo.
Elaine? Do me a favor.
Ah, that be the stuff.
Anything.
Kick his two-faced butt for me.
From Melee to Monkey and all the islands in between, my love.
Aren't you dead yet? I've got wedding plans to make. Out of respect for the newly deceased, I feel I should point out that you wave your sword like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate. You fight like a pox-infected undead cow.
To be continued in Chapter 5, Rise of the Pirate God. Well, I guess we did wind up getting that execution after all, but, yeah. Way more dramatic than I expect a Monkey Island game to be. I mean, from Morgan dying to, well, that. But, yeah. I think I've repeated my various complaints ad nauseum already. All the issues with, well, up to and including the fact that this game was glitched, and even with the Gold Games release, I had to delete game files to get it to work properly. For some weird reason. But, yeah. Choreography. Wait, did they do motion capture on this? I doubt it. It's probably digital choreography. Still, I will talk about two things that I do like about this game, because I feel like I've been complaining about the writing and the programming. I will say that the animation style is vast improvement over the last game. I think I said that before, but bears repeating. I do like the character designs, and the voice acting is still solid. You know, Dominic is still the voice of Guybrush Threepwood after all these years. Still not kind of crazy about the new Elaine, but not quite as distracting as it was before. Of course, that's because she's talking an angry pirate most of the time. You know, Earl Bowen, still great as LeChuck. Designer for a Day finalists. Apparently they had a contest. Yeah, there's the Demon LeChuck. Human LeChuck. And, you know, I didn't know they had a different actor for the human LeChuck, but, you know, now I think about it, I hear it. And the same actress was Catherine Krebs in The Voodoo Lady. I miss having Murray riff on the names. That was one of the funniest parts of the last chapter. Thank you for bearing with me through this slightly longer than usual chapter. I could have cut off before going into the fight with Descend, but I didn't feel like doing a 15-minute episode just to break things up. So you got a 40-minute, slightly longer than usual episode, so we could watch the credits and see the grand finale. But next time, oh, next time, we will start Chapter 5 and start finally putting Tales of Monkey Island and the entire Monkey Island series to bed, at least as far as my playthroughs of it. But yeah, that's it. So thank you all for watching. Make sure there's no after the credits video this time, and there isn't. So thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you are so inclined, and we will pick up with Chapter 5 next time. Take care until then.